Let's talk Gym AI. And no, that's not the AI you're using to write your essays or your job applications. This is to get jacked. I don't know about you, but my feeds have been covered in AI gym partners that know everything and can get you these amazing results. So I decided to have a look into it and pick the best one and review it for you guys, and that happens to be FitBod AI. My name is Peter Truick and I'm a qualified and more importantly still practicing physiotherapist. So is this AI going to put me out of a job? So you've opened the app and now it starts asking you questions. So it asks you all the important stuff, your age, your gender, your training age. So for me, the max you can go is 4+. Now I've been training for almost 10 years. So yeah, I've put 4+, then asks for your weight and your height. Perfect. What it doesn't ask you is any strength related stuff. Absolutely nothing whatsoever. So I've got a problem with this app straight off the bat. And that is it's promising me a 40% increase in strength over the next 3 months. You heard me, 3 months. This cannot be true. It knows I've been training for more than 4 years and it thinks this is possible. There is no way on this planet you can gain 35% strength in 3 months. And then right before you start your workouts, it asks for your goals. Now for me, I want to build muscle and I want to build strength. This is mid-bulking season. We hit the speed bumps and the belly jiggles a bit. So I don't care about getting lean right now. This is to build as much strength and as much muscle as possible. So that's what I've told it to do. So hopefully this will work. So we're going to go try do these 3 workouts. Now I've told it I do a push-pull leg split. So we're going to start off with legs because that's just how it worked. We'll go into push and then we'll go into pull. And I'm going to judge this app on 3 criteria. A, does this AI know how to structure a workout? Number 2, are the workouts actually enjoyable? And number 3, can it learn and change things when going into the next workout of the same target muscles? So for the first workout leg day, I'm not gonna touch anything. I'm just gonna select leg day and then let it run with it. I'm not gonna change the weights. I'm not gonna change absolutely anything. I'm not gonna change the exercises. So for this app, you've got the option to change the weight that you're pushing or to change the exercise that you're doing. It gives you a whole variety, which is fantastic, especially if something's been used in the gym, you can go chop and change it. But that's not what we're here to do. We're here to judge what it recommends. And this is where it really falls flat. So it's taken my weight at 85 kilos. It's taken my training age at 4 years plus, and it thinks I can do 6 reps at 70 kilograms on the squat. Like, honestly, so the workout is as follows. So you've got back squat, Romanian deadlift, barbell hip thrust, leg press, lying hamstring curl, leg extension, seated machine calf press, and then back extensions. For some reason, it threw lower back into a leg day, which is weird, but we'll run with it. So criteria number 1, can it structure a workout? So let's just go through them and let me call the targeted muscles. Now, barbell back squat, no wedge, and I do low bar squat. It didn't differentiate between the two because high bar squat without a wedge, I can't do it. My femurs are too long, it doesn't like it. So glutes and hamstring dominant, Romanian deadlift, glutes and hamstring dominant, barbell hip thrust, glutes and hamstring dominant, the leg press, glutes and hamstring dominant, hamstring curl, hamstring dominant, leg extension. We got 1 for the quad, so we got 5 to 1. Machine calf press, and it's a seated machine calf press, which is not a great exercise, and I've explained why in a video talking about all the muscles that lie underneath the skin, which you should definitely check out after this. Then we've got lower back extensions. So we've got 5 hamstrings, 1 quads, 1 calves, and 1 lower back, which on a lower back extension is actually going to be like a glute ham raise. So that's going to chuck stuff over to the glutes and hamstrings. So we've got 6 different exercises, not sets, for glutes and hamstrings, 1 for quads. And yes, the quads do work a little bit in the squat, but you have to bias the squat to hit the quads. And yes, they do work a little bit in your leg press, but only if the leg press is designed to hit the quads, which the one that they use on their diagram is not, so therefore the one I used wasn't. So structure-wise, this is terrible. So sets and reps in terms of structure is bang on for my goals, building strength and building muscle. So we've got slightly lower reps in most of them. The only thing I don't like is when it puts an uneven number. That needs to go, but that's just my OCD. But that is spot on. I'll pop all the sets and reps up on the screen for you to have a look at. Now, where it falls short is the amount of weight it asks you to push on each exercise. This is shocking. I said I've been training for 4+ years. I weigh 85 kilos and it's giving me very, very low weight, something that I could have probably done with a push 2-3 months into my training. But what it also gives you is a thing at the bottom after every exercise to score how difficult it is in terms of rate of perceived exertion, or RPE. So I've scored this as easy as it possibly could give me. So this gives us a great chance of me not changing the weights and scoring them to see if this can actually learn and implement this artificial intelligence it's been preaching to make the next leg day a lot harder. So enjoyment for legs, I despise it. That was one of the worst workouts I've had in ages. So in fear of myself turning into a stick diagram by the end of the week, I decided to take things into my own hands. Now I'm using the exercises it tells me to do. However, I'm telling it what weight I'm doing now. So I'm editing the weight, and let's see if today's workout is going to be any different, and we're going into the push day. So let's look at the exercises it's telling me to do for push day. So we've got our barbell bench press, we've got shoulder press, we've got tricep rope extensions on a cable, we've got dumbbell incline bench press, dumbbell shoulder press, machine fly, cable lateral raise, ending off with a dip. So the target muscles have a really good mix to it. So we've got enough chest, we've got enough shoulders, triceps works a lot throughout all the pressing movements, then we've got one isolation, which is fine. I just would have picked an isolation with an overhead movement rather than down by the side, but that's just me personally, and if you really wanted to, you could change it. The only thing I found was there was so much pushing. Now I know it's push day, so obviously it's going to be a lot of pushing, but to do overhead shoulder press with a barbell and then a couple exercises later to then go do it again with dumbbells just makes no sense to me. Rather do another lateral raise, especially if you're looking to build muscle. You don't need to do that much overhead pressing. Your front delt works a ton in all your bench pressing, which again, we've got a lot of. Actually, I'd say we've got the right amount of there. One thing I didn't like, especially when it comes to building muscle and hypertrophy, it went from chest, shoulders, triceps, chest, shoulders, triceps. Now we know if we stack chest together, then shoulders, and then triceps, you're going to get better results in terms of hypertrophy. So I would score that down for that mark on structure, as well as repeating movements. This workout I actually enjoyed because I pushed every set to an RPE of 9 and one I would say to an RPE of 10, although if I had a spot I would have got it. I really enjoyed the 5 times 5 reps. I've never done that before, and on the bench press that was technically a PR for me, 5 times 5 at 100 kilos or 225 pounds if you're from the States. So I thoroughly enjoyed the workout. I felt a great pump, and let's see if this can take it into the next one and actually learn from it. On to back day. Now this was an absolute disaster. Your first 3 exercises have no warm-up. I don't get it. This absolutely blew my mind. So we've got pull-ups, barbell curl, T-bar row, hammer curls, machine row, and then hammer strength high row, barbell shrug, and bicep curl. The structure, in my opinion, quite terrible, so we're repeating a lot of movements, and I'll go through that in a second. So our pull-ups, we've got 4 sets of 8, no warm-up, barbell curl, no warm-up, and then we finally get the T-bar row where we can have a warm-up. And again, I did the same as I did for the push day and used my own weights. So I sort of had to add in the warm-ups there, which it had in the previous one, so I didn't think that was great. And also your bicep training in this is structured terribly. So we've got a barbell curl, which is one of my favorite bicep exercises, and then we've got a hammer curl, which is for brachialis, and then we've got a standing, basically bar curl. So we've hit biceps twice, brachialis once, and all times we've been in a neutral supinated position. So it's missed out on the key structures of the bicep, the 2 heads. Long head, you need your arm and shoulder extension behind the body. In short head, you need your arm and shoulder flexion in front of the body, and then to hit the long head even more, you need to include supination. So you have to have all 3 of those aspects, especially if you're hitting 3 bicep exercises. And if you train your biceps hard enough, you won't need to isolate brachialis in hammer curls. What I found very funny was the weight it suggested. The hammer, not the hammer curl, was the only exercise I was able to use the weight it suggested. It recommended 11 reps, again, don't get me on that, 15 kilos in each hand, which is quite heavy to push for 11 reps. Then the next exercise, we're onto a machine row and it's recommending 18 kilos total weight. Now, I don't know who wrote this algorithm, but to use 15 kilos in each hand, so 30 total kilos for a tiny muscle in your forearm called brachialis, and then 18 kilos for all the massive muscles on your back. I don't know, I just found that quite entertaining. And no, I didn't do 18 kilos. I pumped that up to, I think it was 85 kilos, which was a lot more difficult. Let's talk sets and reps. The first two workouts, absolutely fine. I had no problem with the sets and reps. This one, I've got some beef. So towards the end of the workout, they are suggesting you go find a machine or a bar, load it up, spend all that time and energy to do 2 sets. And it wasn't only one exercise. There were a few exercises that only had 2 sets, and I'll pop them up on the screen. That drove me absolutely insane. Next up, 2 sets again. Barbell shrug. I'm really finding this 2 sets of everything rather frustrating because A, you had to find the machine and wait for it. You spend all that effort and you only do 2 sets. Why not just do the machine properly and do 4 sets or 3 sets at a higher rep range? That really frustrated me, and if it wasn't for that, I probably would have enjoyed this workout. So that scored it down on structure and massively on workout enjoyability.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So can this learn? Well, the answer is no. This is not artificial intelligence. This is more like artificial idiocracy. So for legs, it took the exact same workout and changed the structure slightly. Now I scored that this was so easy. I could have probably done everything single leg, unilateral, no problem. And it gave me 5 reps at 55 kilos, 5 reps at 70 kilos, and then 5 plus at 80 kilos on the back squats. Now I'm sorry, if something was that easy, it should have put the weights up a lot higher. And I don't get it. I don't understand where the intelligence is coming in. We're doing, again, 6 hamstring and glutes, 1 quads, 1 calf. And I actually didn't do this workout. I wanted to see what it would give me on the day, and it gave me this. And I said, there's no way on the planet, because even if I'd put the weights up, I don't know about you, but I want to grow my quads. Yes, hamstrings are important, and I do train them all evenly, but I do not want to do an hour and 15 minutes workout where, again, I'm just hitting hamstrings and glutes, hamstrings and glutes, hamstrings and glutes. What this needed to do was say, right, let's go to the more common lifts. Let's do bench press. What's your 5 rep max? Let's do your squat. What's your 5 rep max? Let's do deadlift. What's your 5 rep max? Then you could also add in overhead press. What's your 5 rep max? Barbell curl, what's your 5 rep max? Tricep extension, what's your 5 rep max? Lunge, what's your 5 rep max? You get the point. You put in the numbers and then it uses that to generate the workout, not just going through the motions and trying to add stuff together, because I don't think there's any AI in this app. I think it is purely algorithm based. There was one outstanding element to this FitBod AI app, and that was time management. I said I want an hour and 15-minute workouts. My first one was an hour and 13, my second one was an hour and 16, and my last one was an hour and 14. You cannot get closer to an hour and 15 minutes. So if you're someone who's constantly late for work or late for anything, you need this app. Do the workouts like it says with its rest timer, and you won't be late anymore. So am I out of work because of this AI? The answer is definitely no. I can tell you now, this does not understand muscle groups and how to alter exercises to target different muscles using the same exercise. If you want to learn more about that, I've got a full series here on YouTube, so go check that out. It's a great series. So who's this app for, and do I recommend it? If you are a rank beginner, never set foot in a gym and can't afford a personal trainer, and to be fair, it's probably better than some personal trainers, then this app is for you. However, if you want to spend a week researching all the free information there is on YouTube, check out my channel. Obviously, I have to say that. Check out Jeff Nippert, check out Dr. Mike, check out Athlete X, look at Milo Wolf. You will know more and understand workout structure, reps and sets, all of that better than what this is going to give you. But if you don't have the time and just want to go to the gym and have a semi-effective workout that is probably going to get you 85% of what a perfectly structured workout will get you, this is perfect. Thankfully, I'm not out of a job just yet, but there's a lot of potential for AI to grow, and I'm sure it will in the future, so my job might be in danger. No, just kidding. So let's score this thing. Legs, workout structure, I'm giving it a 2 out of 5. Workout enjoyment, because of those weights, I'm giving it a 1 out of 5. Absolutely shocking. And then did it learn? I'm giving it a 1 out of 5. I think it tried to, but it didn't really achieve anything. Still used the exact same workout with just shocking weights again. So that's out of the question. Push day, structure, 3 out of 5. too much pushing. Then if we go on to did I enjoy it, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. I thoroughly enjoyed that workout. And then did it learn? It didn't change much, to be honest. It pretty much used the exact same workout again, so I can't really score it on the learning, so 2.5 out of 5. Let's go on to pull day. Let's look at structure. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. Didn't enjoy it. And then going on to enjoyability, pull day is my favorite day in the gym. That's always a 5 out of 5. I love the pump, love the gun pump. This time around, 1 out of 5 because of those famous two rep. Those 2 sets drove me nuts, and also doing the repeated movements over and over again and not doing any of them properly. I have to score it a 1 out of 5. I was getting frustrated at the end. And then did it learn? Again, I can't see if it did. It gave the same workout. It just, on the last 2 sets of every exercise, it gave 8+ reps or 5+ reps or 11+ reps, which really grates me, which I'm sure you know by now. So in my opinion, therefore, it didn't learn anything. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. If you enjoyed the video, please smash that thumbs up button down below and consider hitting subscribe. If it's your first time here, well done for making it this long. Check out some of my other videos, like how to actually structure a workout, which I'll pop the legs and the push right there, and then you can go look for the pull after that. And hopefully one of these days I can earn that subscription from you. Until then, we'll catch you in the next one.